back again here for another video, and this is a response from a Q&A that I did some days ago, and someone asked a question, and here's a response. And these are 5 questions from, sorry if I am mispronouncing this, but I'll try. Cayman Rider 64, who did 5 questions for me for a Q&A. And question number 1: how long have you been on YouTube? Well, I had to write it the questions on the note here because I don't have a laptop to actually read it on my laptop, or I have limited amount of technology, so I had to write this down in order to review the questions. But anyway, back to the question. Question number 1: how long have you been on YouTube? Well, I've been on YouTube since May of 2017. Yeah, about 9 years. I've been on YouTube for 9 years. Question number 2: what is my favorite movie? Again, I can't pronounce this word. I don't know why. What is your favorite movie? Genres? I'm sorry. Genres. I'm sorry, I can't pronounce it for some reason. But yeah, but I know what it means. My favorite movie genres. I'm sure I'm saying it wrong. Forgive me. I would say comedies and really animation. Whether it's like stupid comedies or smart comedies, what have you. Animation, whether it has something to do with Disney, whether it's like 3D animated, 2D animated, which I really prefer 2D animated more. But yeah, animation, whether it comes to Disney, Pixar, DreamWorks, John Bluth films, and what have you. So yeah, my favorite when it comes to movie genres, I'm sure I'm saying it wrong, is comedy and animation. Question number 3: what are your all-time favorite franchises? Well, my favorite franchises would be things that are considered blockbuster hits, apparently. Probably known to quite a lot of people, and maybe one particular is almost becoming like a cult classic in a way. But my favorite franchises would be Indiana Jones, Back to the Future. Is a trilogy considered a franchise? I'm not sure. Jurassic Park, and Jaws. Jaws, though, is not really considered a franchise because really, the first 2 movies are great. The third, okay, but in the fourth, no way. No way. Oh, and Ghostbusters. Ghostbusters, as you can see there, little poster. Oh, and a little spray painted poster I made myself from stencils, as you can see there. I posted a short video on how I did it, how I made it. So yeah, those are my favorite franchises when it comes to movies. Question number 4: are there any YouTubers you have lost respect for? Well, over the years, there has been people who I have watched a little bit, but then I did not really care for their content or their movie reactions. Sometimes their reactions were just a bit too picky, or they just said things that I just did not agree with, or really, that's your thought process behind this? That kind of thing. But I did not watch their channel since. But sometimes people make good content, sometimes I don't. I think probably the biggest disappointment, a person of a YouTube channel that I've lost respect for, was Officer Tatum. Now, many things I agreed with what he said. Whether he talked about politics, he talked about Trump, he talked about things going on in the world, about the black community and so forth. But what made me kind of lost a little bit respect for him, or did not really watch him as much anymore? Well, this is a controversial thing here. It's something about Zionist Jews. Now, I'm not saying all Jews are bad, and no, I'm not anti-Semitic. But just something about Zionist Jews, and like there's certain dark history behind them, whether they're not good for society. Again, I can't remember all the details, but it's just something to do with, like, if you don't say anything negative about Jews, you're considered this and that, like an anti-Semite. Now, again, I'm not saying all Jews are bad, but there are some people in the Christian community who are also false teachers. Let's put it that way. So yeah, to answer your question of of a YouTuber who I kind of lost some respect for, and I do not watch as much. So there's the answer to your question for question number 4. Question number 5, final question. Who is your favorite actor and your favorite actress of all time? Oh boy. This is kind of tough because I never really thought about this too much. I believe I would say the actor that I do like, maybe my top 3 actors, is Steve Martin. I've always liked Steve Martin, his persona, his acting skills, and he's not even just a movie actor, but he's also, I believe, a writer too. So I always like Steve Martin. Actress. It's kind of tough. I never really thought about like a favorite actress. Sorry, you can kind of give me a minute here to think. I think Sigourney Weaver's a good actress. Karen Allen is also a good actress. Laura Dern is also a pretty good actress. I never really had a favorite actress. I always thought Doris Roberts was also a good actress. I'm not sure. I never really considered like who's my favorite actress. The women who I mentioned, they're good actresses. But a favorite? I'm not sure, to be honest. Yeah. Again, I guess for a favorite actress, I mean, I'm not really sure, to be honest. Yeah, I don't know. But yeah, I hope these so yeah, I answered these 5 questions from Cameron Ryder 64. Again, thank you. I hope I answered your questions great. And thank you for these thank you for the questions. I hope I answered them good for you. And thank you for tuning in. And for those who have watched this video, also thank you for tuning in, and we'll see you on the next one. Take care.